All right, Ken Orange Theory Trader back with you, showing you an excellent risk management plan, how in just 2 trades you can get some above average returns. So I'm going to describe the plan and then we're going to walk through how it will actually look in real life. So doesn't matter what system you trade, this is just an approach to risk management. So we have here, and I've done another video similar to this with a smaller account. Now we're going to take a look at one with more fun. So I'll do a couple of examples. First, starting off, let's just say you have $1,000 balance and we're going to go for a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio, and we're going to risk 5% of the account. So obviously 5% of 1,000 is 50, and 3 times 50 is 150. So here's how it's going to work. If we win a trade, what we're going to do is risk all of the profit that we make. Okay, all of the profit, because the goal is that you want to trade with the broker's money and not your money. Okay, your $1,000 shouldn't be an option unless your balance goes below the $1,000. Okay, but other than that, we don't want to trade our money. We only want to trade the broker's money. Okay, we want to make the broker pay our withdrawals. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to show you this on the spreadsheet, and as well to simulate the trades, what I'm going to do is use a coin toss program, because whenever you take a trade, I don't care what type of system you're trading, your odds of winning are 50-50. You're either going to win the trade or you're going to lose it, period, point blank. All right. So on the spreadsheet here, I have, if the coin toss is heads, I win. So we'll treat that as win. Tails is a loss. So let's go ahead and flip the coin and see what we get. So this is going to be head, so we'll treat this as a win. So we win 150. So our new balance has already worked out for us. It's going to be $1,150. Now, here's what we do. We take this 150 that we just won and we put it right here. And we are going to risk that 150, right? So here's what happens after this, though. We don't keep risking all of the profit. Regardless of whether this trade wins or loses, we're going to go back down to risking 5%. Okay, but if we win, so if we win the trade, our new balance is going to be 1,600. If we lose the trade, we go back down to 1,000. So what do we really lose? Nothing, because we're just back starting where we're back where we started. But we didn't lose a dime of our own money. We're only risking the broker's money. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and flip the coin again and see what happens. And we won. Look at that. So we're going to now take our balance, and it's going to be $1,600 in 2 trades. You just made $600 in 2 trades, okay? But I'm going to get rid of this because we're back to risking just 5%, okay? But let's say, you know what? I want to pay myself. I want to pay myself $400. So I'm going to take $400 out of this. I made $400 in 2 trades. Let's say 2 days. Not bad at all. So now my new balance is going to be $1,200. All right, because I want to pay myself, right? So there we go. I'm still back at the 5%, and I still got $200 of the broker's money to play with, right? But my $1,000, that's still my principal. I'm not risking that. So now that I'm risking 5%, I'm going to risk 60 to try to get 180. So let's go ahead and flip the coin again. And we got a little good winning streak here going. Okay, so we managed to get another win. So our new balance is going to be 1,380. And our profit was 180. So because our profit was at 180, that's what we're risking. We're not risking the whole 1,000. We're not risking the whole 380. We're risking 180. Okay, so that's what we're risking. We risk all the profit, right? So I'm going to risk 180 to get 540. If I win, okay, I'm back to 920. If I lose, I'm back down to 1,200. But guess what? I'm still up. Okay, that's the point. I'm still in profit. So let's take another trade and see what happens. We got a serious winning streak. I promise this is all random. Okay, so now we're up to 1920 for a balance. I want to try to get some losses here so we can get some realistic returns. But it is possible to win, multiple trades in a week, or get a winning streak. You have winning streaks and losing streaks. It's all normal. Okay, but now we're at 1920. So let's say I'm feeling real good right now. I want to go ahead and pay myself a little bit. So let's say I pay myself, let's say $300. So I'm going to take this down to 16. Let's say 1,600. A little over 300. Right, so there we go. All right, I'm making withdrawals, but I'm still up $600. Okay, that's pretty good. But I'm back down to the 5% because I won 2 trades in a row. But I'm only risking all my profit one time. Okay, so now I'm risking 5%, which is $80. So let's go ahead and take another trade. Okay, finally a loss. All right. Now I'm not happy about that, but I want to be realistic at the same time. You're not going to win every trade. Okay, so our loss balance is right here. We lost the 5%, so we're at 1520. We're still up over 500 bucks though on the account. So let's take another trade. We lose again. All right. So we're down to 1,444. Still up over 400 bucks. Let's take another trade. Okay, we won that one, which is good. So we're at 1661. Now our profit on that one was 217. So that's what we're risking. So I'm going to risk 217. I'm risking 217 to make 651. If I win, I'll be over 2 grand. If I lose, I'm back down to 4,004, the 1444. So let's take one more trade. And that was a win. Awesome. All right. So now I'm up to 2312. Okay. But I'm going back down to the 1%. So, obviously I could take a withdrawal out of that if I wanted to. But these are just the straight numbers, just 1 to 3, various losses, various wins. So that's how it would look. But we have to be disciplined in that. So I'll do one more example with a slightly larger, well, just a bigger account. Okay, 10 grand. Okay, $10,000. So because the balance is so high, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to lower the risk, because risking 5% of 10 grand, you just don't really need to do it. So I'm going to modify this risk to 2%. And this is going to be a 6% reward. And let me just change the math on this real quick. So this is going to be times 0.2. And this is going to, the reward is going to be 0.06. Everything else should still be the same. I believe so. Yeah, it will be. All right. Okay. So we're risking 200 to try to get 600, right? So we're still getting sizable returns. It's just that we got more money now. So we don't really risk 5%. We really don't. It's just not necessary. All right. So the higher your balance gets, though, the less you should be risking. So let's go through it. Okay. We started with a loss. All right. So what happens when you lose right out the gate? We're down to 9,800. You just risk 2% again. Okay. It's 196. Okay. And our balance is, right here, win or lose. So let's go again. But no one trade should take you out the game. And look at that. We won. All right. So now our new balance is 10,388. Okay. So now what we do is we risk our profit. So we're risking 388 now. Okay, we're risking 388. What happens if we lose the 388? We go back down to 10 grand, because that's what we started with. There's no skin off our back. But look at the possible reward. We're on the cusp of making $1,000. Okay, in one trade, over $1,000 in one trade. But let's see. We may not. We don't know. Here we go. We didn't. We lost. All right. So where are we back to? 10 grand. And the thing is, if you don't want to risk the whole profit, maybe you only want to risk 200 out of it. That's fine. But the goal is you want to try to stay above your initial investment. All right. You don't have to risk the whole profit if you don't want to. It's just a suggestion. All right. So here we go. Let's go again. I'll just go till I get 2 wins in a row. All right. So we're back up again. So our new balance is going to be 10,600. So that's why I lowered the risk, because look at that. We're up $600 at the one trade. All right. So our profit was 600. We're risking 600 to make 1,800, almost 2 grand in one trade. So let's see if we can do that. Now I'll go till I get 2 wins in a row on this one. Okay, that was a loss. All right. So you just keep trading. You don't give up. All right. So we're back down to 10. Okay. Go down to 0 on that. Let's take another trade. Another loss. No big deal. We're down to 9,800. And if you want to do 1% risk, that's fine too. It doesn't much matter. All of these are just suggestions, but you do what you're comfortable with. Okay, so we won. So we're back up to 10. 388. We're going to risk the 388. Okay, I lost it, so I'm back down to 10. I'm not upset about losing 388 because that was the broker's money. That's not mine. That's their loss, not mine. I still, after all this trading back and forth, I still have all my money. So why am I upset? I'm not. I don't care. It's just numbers on the screen, okay? Now I may care about this because now I just lost 200 bucks, okay? So now I'm in my feelings a little bit. So let's take another trade. I'm just going to go till I get 2 wins in a row just so you can see what's possible. But the trick is, you have to keep going. Okay, is it worth it to you to try to make 2 grand in possibly one trade or 1 grand? Either way. Okay, so we put all the numbers in. Another loss. See, so we're going back and forth. This is like consolidation in a regular chart. I'm going back and forth. Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. But I'm still at 10 grand. I haven't lost, I still got most of, if not all of my principal. Okay, but I lost that trade. I don't know why I keep putting 98,000. Wishful thinking there on that one. But losses are a part of the game. You have to know how to handle them. Okay, another loss. That's good. But the losses really don't matter because with this 1 to 3, my next win, I'm still positive 180. If this one wins, and it may not. Okay, so that's a win there. So we're back in profit. Okay, less of a profit, but I'm still going to risk the whole 180 to try to make 540. And like I said, I'm just going to try to get 2 wins in a row, and then this video will be over. And there's the second win. All right, so it finally came. So let's see, the new balance is going to be 10,720 right there. Okay, and let's say if I want to pull that out and just start over, I just made 720 bucks after taking all these trades. Either way, with a $10,000 account, not a bad way to make a living. Okay, but again, it has to be with risk management and having an actual plan. Okay, you have to have a plan, and this is the key way to trade, using the broker's money instead of yours. Okay, the lowest my balance got after risking all this 1%, 2%, I think it was like what, 90, 9,600, 9,500. That's minimal drawdown, right? So that's what we really want. Okay, let's put the broker's money to work and let's let ours just kind of chill on the sidelines. Okay, so I hope that made sense to you. If you have any questions or comments, you can definitely leave them in the comments. I appreciate your time and attention. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Take care.